Yes, Ayya, please go ahead. Please, Archana, please go ahead.
Thank you. With your permission, Venerable Sayale, we had the question in the room 1. What did you get from today's lecture? And I was impressed to see that all the participants, they got the gist of today's lecture very nicely. Praveen Taide, Sid Singh, they said that awareness is very important, and they would start observing all the daily activities every day and practicing it through the entire day. And Ajinkya Gajbi said that he has been practicing for 1.5 years meditation techniques and also doing the Uposa days. And he followed the philosophy that how he would be behaving if he was a monk. So how he would talk, walk, and how mindful he would be. So he even being in the regular lay life, he is following the precepts of the monk life. And Sushma Vag and War explained that even watching news and TV, movies, they quite be negative or disturbing or disheartening. But and it's obviously have to have those reactions and the mood change and the emotions. But but after listening to your talk, watching that news in a neutral way and not getting involved into it, watching it from a detached point of view, watching it as a third party would really help them. But at the same time, they also have concern that it might take a little while to practice this. And Mon Lau also said that mindfulness helps even in daily activities like waking up, eating, talking, listening, and walking. And today's list was like everybody was excited about exercising all those 3 activities, the assignments you gave to us, like waking up in the morning mindfully, watching all our activities, and they also understood the benefits of formal and informal meditation. So this was the today's room 1 discussions. But at the same time, Venerable Ayya, there was a question from Sushma Wag that if we can be neutral by watching TV, but what if it is happening in person in front of us, that someone is going through pain, and what would be our reaction based on that?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your sharing. Thank you for your sharing. And yeah, it's a good question as well. Yeah, of course, we cannot be always neutral, right? Yeah, of course. If you see a person in pain, of course, you can change neutral feeling to compassionate feeling. Compassionate feeling. So you can look at him or her. Oh, he is painful, she is painful. Then you can think of how you can help, and what you can do for the pain of the person who is in pain, like that. So that is the compassionate feeling. That is kusala, na? That is kusala. So what I mean is, when you are watching TV or when you're watching movies, you have akusala here, because your mood is swings, and your you have the mood swings, you have the negative emotions here, you have anger, you have excitement. Those are all akusala, unwholesome. So that what you have to do is you have to come back to the neutral. You have to come back to the neutral. But at that moment, you cannot practice metta, you cannot practice karuna, mudita, right? So that you have to come back to the neutral feeling, like that. But when you see a suffering person, when you see a painful person, you cannot stay as a neutral. So you have to come to the wholesome state. Wholesome state. So you have to behave with compassion. You have to behave with love, loving kindness. You have to behave with the kusala action, so that you cannot be neutral. So that here, what you have to balance yourself is, if you have the unwholesome mind or unwholesome action, come to the neutral. And if you need to add very actively with the what you call with the good deeds, then you have to come back to the positive part. You don't need to be neutral all the time. So you can practice compassion, you can practice loving kindness when you see the painful person or the person who is in suffering, like that. So I hope it helps. Yeah, thank you very much. By the way, I like to remind you all to join this mindful journey together with all of us. You need commitment. You need commitment. You need determination. You should be serious. This is a very small task to be mindful. Okay, while I am sitting, I know I'm sitting. While I wake up, I know I am sleepy. That is very small task, but you have very huge benefits. Please practice seriously. Within 1 week, you will see the benefits. You will get the benefits. So please be serious, okay? Thank you.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you
We'll
so
move
much.
on to the room 2. Kranti Tai, please go ahead with the updates on room 2. Your topic was, what is the difference between formal and informal meditation?
Venerable Ayyaji, Pandami. We were in room 2 and our topic was the difference between formal and informal meditation. And we were very fortunate to have Ayya in our group. And she actually reiterated what we discussed in today's class. And she mentioned that the formal meditation is what we do when we sit on the cushions. And informal meditation is when we do our daily activities or chores. So the informal meditation, she mentioned that the householders can do that because we are busy with our daily lives. And we can do our meditation since we wake up in the morning like we discussed in today's class, while eating since morning with your wake up time, eating breakfast, getting dressed, whatever the daily activities you are performing. And she mentioned that you have to be aware of your kamma. And having that awareness about everything you do mindfully. Mr. Kamal Kishore, he said formal and informal meditation, they both are important. He said if you are not mindful during your daily activities, when you sit down to do your formal meditation, it will be difficult to bring that concentration, develop concentration, and sampajanya. So he said, if you really mindful during your daily activities, you will be able to focus better and attain samadhi. Mr. Ladd, he said you can start formal meditation as a startup, and he used word like karta bhav. Like when you start up with formal meditation, he says ki I have to do this, I have to bring my attention, I have to focus on my breath. But then it becomes like automatic. That is what is informal meditation, he mentioned. And then it becomes just like habit to you. And he said the meditation is to change the habit of your mind. And then when you bring that awareness and the focus in your daily activities, it just becomes like a natural flow. So this group was very technical, and I am also learning. So this was a very good informative session for me. Vaishali Borkar Tai also, and Sanju Shri, they ask questions about like when you are cooking, you have so many things to pay attention. one caller asked, like she is a teacher and she has some students in her class, and some students who sit in the back of the class, she had a question whether she has to pay attention to all the kids, and Ayya ji answered that yes, she has to pay attention and bring that awareness in the present. So even if she's multitasking, she has to pay the same attention to all the tasks she has in front of her. So the gentleman from Japan had a question for Venerable Ayya, and his question was to how to increase the determination. And Ayya's question was to improve Thina Midda with Samma Vayamo. So that I hope I answered all the questions. As I am explaining, this group was very technical in the techniques of Satipatthanas. So I hope I explained the way the callers were explaining. And thank you so much, Ayya, for the teachings today.
Thank you,
very much.
Kranti, for doing this session. Go ahead, Ayya. Do you have any comment?
Yes, I have some comments here. Yes, here, the very good point is, if you are mindful during your daily activities, you can develop the concentration more easily at your sitting session. This is very good point. That's why the informal meditation is very important for formal meditation. Informal meditation supports formal meditation, so that our bit by bit attempts in our daily activities, it supports our sitting meditation session. This is very good point. Another thing is, if you are mindful, you may think that I have to be mindful while I am using computer. So I cannot be aware of other things. How can I be aware of other things? How can I do the multitask? It's not in that way. If you are more mindful, the more you are able to do the multitask, like the teacher that in your group. So that please practice mindfulness bit by bit, then your awareness level will be increasing more and more. So while even though you are talking, you can hear the sound, you can notice the sensation in your body, because we have the millions of mind in a second, right? Billions, not millions even, billions of mind, so that we can know many things in a single moment. That's why in a single second. That's why please try to be mindful, try to practice that you will be able to do the multitask. Okay, so that's a comments I like to give for your group. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
you,
Ayya. So the third room was with Rimatai. Rimatai, please go ahead with updates on room 3. Your topic was mindfulness of breathing.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, so our topic was mindfulness of breathing, and our breakout room participants, many of them practice Anapana. So many of them are aware of breathing technique during meditation. And so far they all got understood how the flow of mindfulness of breathing is. But Mr. Alan Tan, he was asking that how to know if my breathing is short or long. I mean, should we start the breathing like meditation with a long breath or a short break? So how to proceed with the breathing technique, he was asking. And Mr. Santu Mahapatra, he is practicing Vipassana meditation technique, and the informal way also he is practicing, like during traveling. He has told his experiences during traveling. Also, he watches his breathing technique. So, and it has helped him a lot. And Mr. Naksen also is practicing mindful breathing, and also love and kindness meditation, which is helping him to be in the present moment. Yeah. So overall, the discussion was very nice. Bhimji also told that he understood almost everything out of the session, but still maybe everyone needs a little more clarity on the 4 steps of mindfulness of breathing. How to start with the mindfulness of breathing and all the 4 steps you have mentioned. So maybe how to go ahead with the flow. So we may need that clarity. This is what have been discussed so far in our breakout room.
Okay, thank you very much, Rima. Yeah, these 3-4 steps at the beginning, you may need to just develop the mindfulness and concentration first. Then you will know, you will notice once your sati and samadhi is strong enough, well enough, you can notice that, my breath is short, my breath is long. You don't need to start with whether it is long or short. You don't need to start at the beginning. You just breathe in, just practice breathing, the mindfulness of the breathing. You mean according to your practice, according to your, the experience, then you can just start breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. But gradually, maybe 1 day or 2 days or 3 days up, then gradually you will notice that, my breath is short, my breath is long. Why we have to know the length of the breath? Why we have to notice it? Because we want to develop more sati and samadhi. The more you know the length of the breath, the more your sati and samadhi are developed, can be developed. That's why we need to have a more detailed practice. Then second is the whole breath. The whole breath is the starting point till the ending point. So that when you are able to notice the whole body of the breath, your sati and samadhi is more and more developed already. So you don't need to force yourself. Just notice naturally, okay? Then subtle breath also the same. When you have the enough samadhi and sati, especially the samadhi concentration, then your body is subtler, and then your mind is also more and more tranquil. Then your breath becomes more subtler. Why you have the settled breath? Because your mind is tranquil, your body is tranquil. That's why your breath becomes subtle. That's the result of your tranquility. So you can measure that, my concentration is very good right now, when you get the subtle breath. So you can, this is the kind of the measure for our level of concentration. Okay, so I hope I have a chance, if I have a chance to teach you all mindfulness of breathing practically, then I will do the more clarifications. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ayya. And now we are moving on to the room 4. Sunil Patil and Rashmi Manvatkar were the 2 assignees there. We lost contact in between with Sunil a bit, so I don't know who collected this one, but I'll invite both of them to talk about room 4. And the topic there to discuss was situational awareness. Sunil, please go ahead.
Yeah, Namo Buddhaya, Ayya ji. I also see Ayya Dhammadina, Namo Buddhaya, Ayya Dhammadina. So our topic for group 4 was situational awareness. So very few people were able to share their experiences, but all of them are very grateful for today's discourse on meditation. So Arni ma'am said, being aware of surroundings is very important to practice surrounding situational awareness. She also said, observe the situation instead of, involving in it or reacting to the situation. So that's the point Arni ma'am said. And also then a point made by Dr. UV Singh, sir. So Dr. UV Singh said, he has been practicing Vipassana since last 23 years. And he said, Vipassana is very important for us. And he has experienced many advantages of, by practicing Vipassana. And then Rohini ma'am, she also said, Vipassana, she has been practicing Vipassana since last 3 decades. And she said awareness happens with practice. It doesn't happen like, like you studied somewhere and watched somewhere and you just, start doing that. But she said it also, it needs practice. So with practice, you can improve, the awareness or, practicing the Vipassana. That's what she said. And then Anuragji shared that keeping calm is very important in day-to-day life. Like practicing the meditation and not to react to like any situation. That is the most important point. So yeah, those are a few points shared in our group.
Okay, thank you very much, all the leaders. You're all hard work, and I really appreciate it. You all are serious, and all are young people. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ayyaji, I have.
Go ahead, Sunil.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, I have a question. Like this is regarding situational awareness. So, I mean, I understand, like it is very important to, like not to react to a situation, but at times, it is, I mean, like, we must react to the situation, like, how can we, like handle those kind of situations? We cannot, keep calm in every situation, right?
Yeah. Mindfulness doesn't mean calming. It doesn't mean that you need to calm down all the time. Though just mindfulness is you need to aware of your feelings, your movements, and your mind, and your hindrances, something like that. So while you're communicating, of course you need to react, right? You need to react physically or mentally. But no problem, you can just try to react mindfully. Then how you can practice is, you may not be aware of all the things, but you can just try to aware of your, for example, but it depends, individual, we have the individual differences. For me is I am more comfortable to know my mind, to be aware of my mind. So whenever I talk, whenever I act, behave something, so I check my mind. I check my mind. What's happening to my mind right now? What's happening to my mind right now? Like that. I have greed or hatred or delusion. I have metta or garuna or mudita. So I always check my mind. So I am more comfortable with that. But some of the people, that some people, for them, they are like they are comfortable with like knowing the feelings. Like, oh, I'm happy right now. Or I'm not happy, I'm stressful, I have anxiety. So while you are talking to someone, while you are communicating, then you can check your feeling. Oh, the sensation is coming up, and then the emotion is coming up. Then you can check your feelings. So it depends, yeah. So but the more you practice, the more you will know about yourself. So we have four gates, right? City gates, so that you can check which gate you want to go in, which gate you want to stand up. It's up to you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, sure.
okay.
Yeah, thank you, Ayyaji. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, so we have 3 exercises. Please do remember. Okay, so that's your homework to practice in this week 1. Okay, so I think we have the WhatsApp group. So I will share some slides, the slides of this, or maybe you can take the picture. I think here 3 exercises, right?
Yes, yeah, we will share that with everybody. I will take the picture. I have taken a picture and I'll share it with everybody.
Yeah, I can send you the picture as well if you want. Okay.
Yeah, I got that one. Yeah, and we also had the lecture part. We did a live streaming.
Sure.
And then after breakout, we are just recording this. We'll also put this onto the YouTube. After that one, so that is there right now. Do you want it to take additional questions? Yeah, now I thought we have taken enough questions during the session and everything, but if there is, I mean, we are about 20 minutes than 2 hours right now.
I think the time is it's a bit out of our time, so maybe I will take the questions in coming weeks. Okay. Weeks, because I'm sorry for taking long time today, because today I have to explain about the Satipatthana Sutta in brief as well. So, and then I have explained 2 parts. That's why I took longer time. Next week, I won't take much time for my lecture. Okay, so
sure, yeah.
So next week we will discuss about our practice in this week. Okay, so you have 3 exercises from Sunday to Saturday, right? So in next Sunday, coming Sunday, we will share our experiences in the breakout room discussion. Okay, so that's why I like to request you all try to practice seriously, and please put commitment and determination as well.
So before we take the session to closing, we would like to request for the merit sharing.
Okay, so shall we recite?
Yes, yeah. Please.
So we share the merits. Sabbitiyo vivasantu so goro govi nasatu ma deva vondondara yosu kidi gayuko bawa abhivadanasi lesa nesavodabajayino sattaro dhamma vatandu ayuvanno sukham balam
Thank you very much, Ayya. We are grateful to Ayya Panna Theri for taking this session. Today was mindfulness of body, and this is a 4-week journey, mindfulness journey that we are all very happy to start with, and we will try to follow it during the week as much as possible with determination. We will share all the material that we had onto the WhatsApp group as well. Whatever Ayyaji shares with us, we will do that. And we will also share a slide where the exercise that was assigned to us during the session today would also be shared onto the WhatsApp group. So I thank all the participants today. And our next week topic is going to be mindfulness of feelings. Like I requested earlier too, please try to come prepared with the time to spend that time onto the call. So you go through the call completely and go through all the questions and get your questions answered and things like that. So yeah, thank you very much. The day start for Sunday in eastern part of the Asia has been very, very good today. It was so happy to get that instructions and your time, Ayya. We are grateful to you for your time.
Okay,
Much merits
thank
to
you.
you, Ayya,
May you
for
all be
sharing the Dhamma
happy.
with us.
Yeah. Okay, may you all be happy, healthy, and free from danger. Okay, sadhu, sadhu,
Sadhu,
sadhu.
sadhu, sadhu. Ayya, do I have your permission to close session, Ayya? Do I have
Sorry.
your permission to close this call?
Yeah, sure. Please, please. Yeah.
Until we
Thank
meet
you.
next week. Namo Buddhaya to everyone.
Okay.